Because he
This is
said
unreal.
F word, F word.
Yeah, it was very confusing for
He
me
said
too.
hi.
Yeah, he was like, hi,
He
and
just
then
came off as
dropped
so
that
nice
word.
initially.
Yo,
That's
what the
amazing.
fuck is this dog shit game? What you just watched right there was me doing the Outbreak Easter egg for fun. Because I beat it one time and I thought, you know what? Not that hard. I'll just go get gameplay so I can, like, show people that I beat it. And then this shit happens. Now, today I want to talk about the Outbreak Easter egg, why it can function, but also why it does not need to be a thing. Now, my biggest fucking issue with the Outbreak Easter egg is that the way that Outbreak is designed is super fucking annoying to set up for an Easter egg. Because Outbreak isn't a wave-based, traditional, round-based map, you have to set up at an extremely early round. And in order to do this efficiently, you have to do all of the side quests or little side bits of content within Outbreak. Whether that be trying to fish for a better weapon, killing the Orda every time you see him, doing all the free perks slash filling up the dragon things, basically any of the orange things that appear on the map. Now, I wouldn't call them fun to do, but they are essential to do if you want to be able to triple pack and get alternate ammo types on both of the weapons that you bring into the fight, which, by the way, is mandatory if you want to beat the fucking boss fight. I don't know the exact time that it took me to beat the Easter egg. I think it was somewhere around the camp of 3.5 to 4 hours, just because of how long it takes to do everything. And before I progress, I like to go around and try and shoot as many of the purple crystals, or even fucking open up the chest in houses, or just, you know, fish every location, just to know that I am ready for the fight. Because the boss fight is the hardest part about the Easter egg, apparently. Now, the big issue with the boss fight, I like the design of the boss fight. I think my main issue is, well, if you looked at the fucking clip in the beginning, I used my ability, and then I end up going out of bounds, and then apparently, instead of making the fucking invisible wall to the fence, you decide, hey, I'm gonna give just enough space for one player to fit in between the invisible wall and the other wall, and then not even being able to go through the fucking door. Now, other than that little blunder, I say that the boss fight is designed in a good way. My only issue is that if you're doing it solo, you really have to manage your time. So, if you take roughly 3 or 2.5 minutes per orb, you'll be fine, because there's only 3 orbs, and you get about 8.5 to 9 minutes to kill the fucking boss. And, you know, it's not too hard of a fight, but when you don't have a shotgun in the arena, you might fucking fail. And if you didn't notice in the clip, because I didn't show it, I only got one of the orbs down. Now, the reason why I was only able to shoot one orb out of the 3 is because the amount of zombies that were surrounding me, and I didn't have enough firepower. I thought that one AR and one tactical rifle would have been fine. I was fucking wrong. My big issue with this boss fight is that you do not have the freedom to choose which weapons you want to bring in. Because if you bring in 2 of your favorite weapons that aren't the required weapons to kill the boss with, you're not going to beat the boss fight. And then you're going to be mad that you spent 3.5 to 4 hours, or even less time, maybe 2.5 or 3 hours on this fucking atrocity of an Easter egg, and then just to get to the end and not kill the boss. Now, my biggest issue with this Easter egg is that they incorporated every step into all the maps. So, you know, Outbreak has like 5 to 6 maps within its rotation. And in order to beat the Easter egg, you'd have to know 4 monkey bomb locations per map. You need to know where 1 projector is on each map. You need to know where 1 main radio and 3 side radios are per map. And it starts to add up, and you need to remember all these locations if you want to, like, I don't know, speedrun the Easter egg, or, you know, if you have, if you're playing on PC, or if you just have another, like, screen available, have all the locations up on there. And then it starts to become, like, this weird fucking chaotic memory game. Now, people are probably going to rebuttal with this, like, oh, but the Origins Easter egg is big within getting parts for the staffs, and then, you know, filling up the chest, and then all that shit, right? And, see, my rebuttal is, Origins is one grounded map, right? The parts are not random at all, except for you can debate the fucking ice staff parts, but, like, you know, you still get them in locations. And my biggest thing is that because Outbreak has multiple maps, it's gonna be hard for some players, particularly me, to remember, hey, maybe remembering 50 plus locations is gonna be hard. I don't know. The sheer amount of locations of shit, it's kind of fucking unreasonable, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody in the zombies community is like, oh man, I can't believe I memorized all fucking monkey bomb locations and all the radio locations and all the fucking other like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I fucking hate having to memorize that many fucking locations. Now, the general steps of the Outbreak Easter egg are pretty fucking easy, right? To generalize it, you link up radios, and then you call Samantha on the beacon. Then after you do that, you find a film reel, put in a projector, learn you have to go to Ruka. Then after you go to Ruka, you go down an elevator, and then you have to get 3 launch keys after turning on the power. And then after you get the launch keys, you initiate the launch sequence, and then you fight the boss. That's the entire Easter egg. It's not that hard. Memorizing the actual steps and not the locations, reasonable. But the locations are fucking... why are there so many? I think Outbreak as a mode is really fun, but I think trying to put a main quest in Outbreak the way they attempted it with the amount of part locations is really fucking dumb. And I think they should only have 2 locations for parts on each map instead of fucking 4. Because when you have 4, it starts to add up, and that's not fucking fun when, you know, you have to memorize that many locations if you're trying to, like, speedrun the egg, or if you just want to do it casually and not have to look up a guide. That's my little ramble about this fucking Easter egg. I would give it a 5 out of 10. The boss fight is a cool idea. There are still some things that they need to polish out. First clip of the video. And I think the general, like, I think all the steps are logical to a certain extent. Maybe not shooting monkey bombs for a film reel, but at the end of the day, that's why the Easter egg community found out how to do it quickly, is because the steps were logical and made sense. Now, do I wish that there were, like, a puzzle step, like in Grad Crovy with the valve? Yeah, I think that would be a super cool idea. Will they ever add another thing like that? Probably not, because everybody in the Call of Duty community is super fucking dumb when it comes to what they want. Because apparently, D Machine A and Firebase Z Easter eggs were too easy. Oh no, man, I can't believe I can do it in like 45 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. And then when they actually tried to put a hard Easter egg into the shit, everyone's like, it's too hard, it's too hard. Like, first of all, I wouldn't call Outbreak to be hard. I think people are just dumb. And yeah, that's my whole opinion on this dog shit Easter egg. Yeah, if you want me to rank every Easter egg in COD Zombies, and by Easter egg I mean mainline, tell me in the comments below. And if you like the video, like it, and if you don't, dislike it, and tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Oh yeah, also, Raptor1 is my homie, bruh.